Yo, what is up? Let's go already. I ain't got all day, huh? I didn't realize I might have hustled a little bit more to get stream going if I realized what was going on here, but good old terror zones and D2R, huh? That's how it rolls, but let's get this. What are we even on here? I'm still Nova, and I don't want to waste the time to swap. We're just going to rock players 3. I don't have a lot of magic find. Maybe I'll do a little bit to get some more magic find. See what's up. We'll see what's up. 2 to Sork, 20 to Strength off the bat. Alright. There's no FCR though. How can you have a Sorcerer's Am with no FCR on it? Is that illegal? Is that legal? Notification gang, says Smolps. Yeah, yeah. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Necro George, Saffron Trash, Cody, welcome in, everybody. Get these out of here real quick. We'll deal with this after. I did a little audio adjustment. I don't know if it's too quiet now or not. It probably is. Sure. Anytime you touch anything, it makes everything wrong. So, Munkle says I'm a terror zone. Oh, you better believe it. Speaking of, oh, I didn't put that on, did I? Speaking of terror, so I went to the gym earlier. Now I'm gonna walk a few miles. Really getting after it. It's gonna be legendary. I heard a gem or something, but I'm gonna say it's not important. Dennis, welcome in. Thoughts on Path of Exile 2? No thoughts. Haven't tried it. Not gonna try it. Just unconcerned, you know. It'd be like, Phil, what's your thought on kumquats? And it's like, I've never tried it. Don't know what they look like. I've never seen one. There's no opinion. Ooh, okay. So don't directly telly stomp Andy. Wait, I don't have my energy shield up. Wait a second. I hit the buttons too fast. It starts already. G-Stacks, welcome in. No, Josh said you got the flu. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. Get well soon. VA Johnny and Wicked Ball, welcome in over there. Welcome in, welcome in. Kumquats are the goats, says G-Stacks. I'm paraphrasing here. Really? If I've ever had one. I don't know, I was trying to think of some ridiculous thing that... Don't know if I picked the right one, but... Sun's out, guns out. Yeah, I get a little warm, you know, when I'm walking so many miles on the treadmill. Even though I'm not going that fast, it's not some huge cardio or anything, but, you know, it is what it is. See, boxing fans, here's things about between self-wheeled Infinity and having on your Mercenary. I would always, if you're rocking any of the lightning builds, self-wheeled on the Sorceress, I don't know... Most people, like, it's like 98% of people go with that. So. You'll get, I have heard a few opinions here and there. Oh, technically this or that, but like 98% of people go self-willed Infinity for Nova and stuff like that, so. Wicked Ball says, talk about Terror Zone's -25. That's got to be the wind chill, right? Yeah, that's going to be hitting us tomorrow. Wicked. You saying Minnesota met -25? I believe he's talking wind chill. That's hitting us tomorrow. Right now, it's like 7 degrees outside where I'm at. You said it's not wind chill? Are you talking Celsius or something? This is America. I'm commie units. Obviously, I'm joking. Trying to play a little bit and back to sleep. Yeah, hopefully get better. Duck says Grandma has a fig tree, hates those. Oh, we got a fig hater over here. Uh-oh. We allowing them in chat, or thought we Canceled all those fig haters. I don't even know what I'm saying. Just being ridiculous. Don't even know what I'm saying. But yeah, see, it's like single digits where I'm at here. Fahrenheit. But yeah, tomorrow it's supposed to be negative wind chill, like -15, -20, something like that in Michigan. I was thinking that I got a comment the other day about how dumb I am for walking on a treadmill inside when I can just walk outside for free. Like, this guy doesn't know where I live, I guess. Boy, I was out pumping gas today. Woo, that was a fun experience. That was fun. I got about, and plus, the gas station. You know how the gas stations get low on gas? It's illegal in the United States to like refuse to give people gas if you have it. So what they do is they slow the pumps down when their tanks get low, so that everybody gets some gas. But some people just be like, "Oh, geez, this is taking too long," so they just leave. That's what I did. You know, it was like this morning. It's like 6 degrees out. I'm dying. I'm like, all right, I got half a tank. I'm out of here. Oh no. I don't know. I'm almost glad it wasn't a Tyrell's Might, because I don't know if I'm in the mind space yet to really get after it right now. Can you get Tel's armors on LK runs? I have no idea about that, to be honest. I would say probably not, but I don't know for sure. So if that's I just don't know. I don't know that one, but I would think not. Crisco, welcome in. Griffins and a Windforce last run. One of those god runs. It's insane sometimes people get those crazy drops like that. Never quite had one that good, but yeah, Marco saying -20. He must be over by Wicked Ball there in Minnesota or something like that. -26 Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's coming for us the next couple days. My wife's got some family members that are teachers and stuff, and just kind of chit-chatting with them. They were saying that they're already talking about canceling school for the upcoming days, which I assume is for a couple of reasons. You know, if you get these snow days or whatever, or weather days, I guess they call them. So if you don't use them, then you just work more days for the same amount of money. So, but also the kids walking to school and stuff, you know. 53 in Cali, a balmy 53, says G-Sax. Yeah, it's a little different than what we got around here. Oh, Marco's in northern Canada. Northern Canada. Tank top legged summer. Yeah, well, I'm in my basement working out. Can't you tell how hard I'm working? Nah, just getting some more steps in. Every step is like 1/16 of a calorie, so over time it adds up. Yeah, Saffron, I was going to make some joke like that, but I figured it was kind of in bad taste, so I didn't make it. Trash, I also was going to make that joke, but I also thought it was in bad taste, so I didn't make it. Low rune Eth Trex, says Crisco. Nice. Good old low rune. Love it. That one always takes me way longer than you think it would. Like, I always find burrs and stuff before I find low runes for some reason. It's real annoying. You're just trying to make a grief or something like that, and yeah, Mark says real bad taste. Yeah, I mean, offensive things can be funny, but I just don't. I'm not a comedian, so I'm not gonna go there personally. But yeah, I don't. Doesn't offend me, but. Oopsie. No, nothing. Keep them going. Keep them going. No love for the string of ears. Nah, I mean, 5 years into an offline single player account. Yeah. I've got a couple of them by now. 24 in Louisiana. What? That sounds way too cold for Louisiana. That sounds like when the last time, was it the last time? I can't remember if it was the last time we went to Florida or the time before that. Like over the last 10 years, I've been to Florida twice, but
I am overburdened.
we went and there was like, you know, some of the bars are just outside, bar and grill type places. We went to one, got food, we're sitting there, they had karaoke and stuff, and they just closed. They're like, we're sorry, it's too cold. We're closing down. We're like, it's like 9:30. Oh, jeez. Or it wasn't even that, it was like 7:30, I think. Because we were there with our kids. Just in hoodies and they're like, we're closing, it's too cold. It was kind of chilly, but love to see it. 2 Stone of Jordans on the same drop. First time ever. Don't tell me it's impossible, because it is possible. We're making the impossible possible. Boom! Oh, well, nature's peace, you know. You know. That means this one's definitely an SOJ! Oh, well, it's interesting. Two usable rings. You need a Rainfrost for cannot be frozen, of course. Nature's Peace for when you're going after Neolithak. Nailed it! Knocked them both off. The Possimpable. That is the exact word I could not think of. That made-up word was the exact word that I couldn't think of at the time. Actually, I don't need either one of them on single player, but the Possimpable, yeah. I could not remember what it was from How I Met Your Mother. Was there anything else over here? Lose track of what I'm thinking. Mus, welcome in. Welcome in. We do have a little bit of snow here. It was actually the day before yesterday, it was like 40 degrees in Michigan. So a lot of it like half melted. So there's only like 2 inches of like, you look outside and it looks like the snow's all melting, but really it's just like a solid sheet of ice. So it's kind of weird. Because the snow looks like as if it was like 45 degrees out. NP was something. NP. What is NP? Robert, you say NP was something I was hunting for a while. I don't remember what that stands for. NP. We'll check the ring, of course. Bonus attack rate. 5 delight rates. I should have kept it. -12. Race got that chilly temps too. Another little bit northerner, I'm assuming. Oh, Nature's Peace. I didn't think it was Nature's Peace. Oh, NP, Nature's Peace. Yeah, I got you now. Wisp projector I was hunting. I didn't have for like 2 years on single player. I just... Strange, you know, one of those situations. I just wasn't finding it. Maybe Nature's Peace at one time could have been, but that's not the one that sticks into my mind, I guess, maybe. That's the way I want to word that. Marty said they got 7 inches. Huh. Yeah, over the last, I think it was the last week or two, actually, south of Michigan, the clouds like missed us, the storm missed us. But I think it was like Ohio and like a little bit south of that got a bunch. And then it obviously would have crossed, I'm assuming it came from west, so it probably went west-east across the United States. And I didn't put energy shield on again. But yeah, it somehow just missed us, you know? Somehow. All out style, welcome in. Yeah, you're all good, Robert, no big deal. Don't let it happen again. You're not allowed to be incorrect ever. Boy, I can't be chats. or the stream's gone in this long and not one person. I don't know if never mind. I don't even want to bring it up. Say not one person even mentioned the Lions doing so poorly this weekend. I'm proud of you guys. Very proud of you. BK from Meth last night. Congrats on that. Hopefully it was a 5 life leecher for you. No, 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 no. Joe says he thinks the Lions reached their threshold with injuries. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely just got beat. Obviously not good. Lions lost. Not happy about it, but I don't feel too bad just because, I mean, they just got beat, which, I mean, not everybody wins every single game, you know? It's unfortunate that it happened in the playoffs, so there's no coming back. You know, they didn't, like, get beat like Philly did a couple weeks ago by the exact same team, you know? Philly had a chance to come, you know, to come out and play them again. But it wasn't like there was all these blown calls or anything, or there wasn't like all these fluky plays in the game. It was just, we had mistakes and they literally did not have a single mistake the entire game somehow. Not one. And we had like, what was it, 5 or 6 turnovers? I mean, maybe the last one you don't really count just because it's like you're in comeback mode and you just like can't take the sack and you go for it and don't, like, maybe you say it's only 5, but you know, Scourge. All right, let's see which one we got here, huh? Which do we got? Boom! Stormlash. The good one. We got the good one. Now, at per usual, I don't remember how these roll. Is 260 good or bad? I don't really remember. Stormlash, good old static on that. It's cool. I might double check this with what I got. Cool. Silva says better than losing the KC Zebras. I didn't see that whole game, or I mean, I kind of did, but yeah. I try not to like, oh, just lean into the refs making these bad calls, but man, when Kansas City plays, and then the thing is too is that Mahomes like flops so bad. I seen him do another trick that I never seen him do before to try to draw a penalty when there wasn't one, where he runs over to the sidelines and then he slows down a bunch and then stands next to the sideline and doesn't go out of bounds until somebody comes over and pushes them out, and then he like dives out of bounds and flops around. It's like, oh my god, dude. So unfortunate. But that's the only, I don't remember anything else from that game, but I was watching it like on and off, so. But I did see a few, or there was an ESPN, I seen it at the gym, there was an ESPN, do you call it article? Segment about it? Like, so it must have been bad if ESPN's doing a segment about how the refs completely just called the game for Kansas City all the time. Oh, Facet. And the 220s on single player, finally. I finally got the 220s on offline single player. Let's identify those first. Oh, well, I just put them back in on accident. 5-5, poison. 4-4 cold. You know, here's what it is. Facets are still cool to find for sure. Mike, appreciate you. Say good luck on TZ Andy. Appreciate you. I don't need a 4-4. I don't. Single player, I have so many good ones. I end up not keeping that stuff. So, Pork, welcome in. Snow Pro. Whose idea was it to live stream when it's so cold? Maybe. All you gotta do is work out a little bit, Snow Pro. If you're cold, just exercise a little bit. You'll be fine. It's actually a free way of heating your house. You just exercise non-stop. Science. It's a proven Just exercise all the time and then have crypto miners going all the time. House heated. Okay, we got a new Geeds. So we got a 40, 15, 128. Can we do better? Can we? Oh, wait, never mind. I couldn't pick it up as the Geeds. I'm dummy. 48 on the magic monster immunity. Not good. Not a Geeds at all. Don't worry, I'm just dumb. Don't worry about it. Joe said he thought the Rams would beat the Eagles. Huh. Okay. Yeah. I thought the Eagles would beat them pretty goodly. I don't remember the final score, but I think, was that game close? I can't remember for sure. The one thing is, I've been looking into different players' stats recently the last couple days. Jalen Hurts, he almost never even breaks like 150 passing yards a game. Like, Saquon Barkley just runs all over everybody. And that's like how they've been winning. I looked at it, Saquon's got like 5 games over 200 or something. It's like, jeez. Then you look, Jalen Hurts has like 127 yards passing, 141. Like, what is this? Trailer Walker. Yeah, you can't get Thunder Charms till you beat the game. Yep. Don't want to completely cheapen the playthrough experience, right? You make it too easy, they might as well just get rid of the playthrough. I could always upgrade this to an Ogre Maw, if it rolled good, that is. 12-ounce curl, says Marty, talking about working out. Gotta limit that. I got a, I don't usually do resolutions, and I gave myself, I was talking about this the other day, I can't remember, wait. Was this when I was talking to, I can't remember. I'll tell you guys the same story again, why not? Don't remember if I said it on stream or not. I technically gave myself a New Year's resolution, but it's not that hard. It's very accomplishable. So I weighed myself, and I was, I didn't like the number. It was creeping up. I wasn't there, but I was creeping up close to 240. 240 pounds. I want to get back down to 220. I want to see 220 or under on the scale again. So that's my goal. Very accomplishable, because I think when I weighed myself, I was, it was like end of the day, and I hadn't been, I don't want to say I wasn't living good, but like, you know, the day before I had probably drank like 8 beers, like hanging out or, you know, doing something, and a bunch of junk food, so hopefully we can make that happen not too long. Oof. How tall am I? I'm 6'3". So I'm not short either, so 240 isn't like, oh my god, this guy is the fattest sack of crap I've ever heard of. But it's also like definitely overweight. Technically by the okay, well, for Blizzard, no. For that. But 220? Ooh, you know. Gonna get after it. See, none of my body weight's muscle, so look at how small my arms are over here. Now, the secret is, fellas, I always tell everybody, you gotta flex with the arm closer to the camera. Then it looks way better. It's like the picture where the guy's holding the fish way close to the camera. I'm trying to think of something like here. Look how big this coin is. It's the size of my head. Everyone's like, wait a second, those people really didn't catch that perch that was the size of like their child or something? They didn't really catch a perch that was 75 pounds? You're kidding me. That streamer money? Yeah, I'm rich. I have 1 ounce of silver. Look at this. I'm rich. Just rich. That's like behind the green screen here, it just looks like Scrooge McDuck. Kermit, yo, what's going on? 615 runs, 1 Losis, Chad. That's not too bad. Maybe I'm hoping you got some, like, maybe a lemon there too and something, but bunch of crafting stuff. So they say, I kind of agree with this. I don't know if I forget the exact numbers, but it seems like you roughly get 1 high rune per 500 LK runs. So the key thing is quick. You got to do at least 2 LK runs where you hit all the chests, 2 runs per minute over the course of like an hour. If you got a good one, you can do even 3, or even like on average slightly over 3 runs a minute. That's how it works out. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button for me, huh? Help out a schmucky YouTuber sitting in his basement. Schmucky streamer. A 10 is saying it's SLAYIN time. Ooh.
Who's they? 27 months that like a year or something.
What? Kermit, thank you so much for 27 months of... Oh, they ran out. Disastrous. I was going to say you're a Slayer, but you're really not. Because this guy is a legendary Slayer. Ooh. Thank you so much, Kermit, for supporting the channel for an obscene amount of time. Thank you so much. G-Stack says 240 here. He's 270. Well, everyone's got their own different starting point or whatever. That's all right. Everyone's built differently, all that good stuff. It all comes down to what people, what their goals are for themselves and what they're comfortable with and where their body type is and their life is at, you know what I mean? So I'm never judging nobody else, but yeah, I want to get to touch 220. So I am lifting too, so I'm gonna have probably some muscle gain, so I'll have to cut even a little bit more fat, but that's fine. I got that all calculated into my brain equation here. The lightest I ever got when I was lifting a bunch, so I was like much stronger, probably had more muscle mass, but still I got down to 206 when I was roughly like 31, 32. Now I'm 38, but it's not that much older. Should be able to do it if I stop being a bum. It's my star shirt. It's my star shirt with its Tiger's colors. Ooh. Picked this up at Meijer for like $5. Meijer's. Pap's talking about LK, saying, yeah, you can get those super dry spells and then you could hit a bunch of runes at the same time. That is very true. Very true. Yeah, I always mention this anytime anyone talks about LK. I did 1,000 LK runs and got, I think it was like a couple of, like a gull or 2, and then like 3 lems and like 3 ists, and that's like what I got. No high runes, so it's just like, oof, you know? Just oof. Lions in Texas decided they wanted to go home early. I wouldn't go that far. But the Lions definitely just got beat. Unfortunate, you know. You can blame it on a lot of things. Who knows what would have happened if the Lions had 16 defensive players on IR. What you gonna do, huh? One of our running backs just came back from IR. Probably came back too early. He only got a few carries. I think he had 7 carries for 20 yards or something, you know. Probably wasn't even ready to come back, but it just is what it is. We got beat. I don't feel too bad. I don't feel good about it, but we lost. It wasn't stolen from the Lions or anything. It's not like I heard people or seen people posts and talking on ESPN. It was like the worst playoff loss in hit. I'm like, geez, stop being a little bit exaggerated here, people. Like, Washington's been coming on strong in the late. They beat Philly. They beat all these teams. Like, to say it's the worst playoff loss ever, get out of town. Like, they're a good team. They got a rookie quarterback, but he's freaking good. So what are you going to do? We lost. Like, it is what it is. Like, it sucks, but, you know. Oh, speaking of parlay, let me read this first. George out of parlay. 150 rushing from Saquon, 2 touchdowns. The Rams lost by 6. Oh, gotcha. The -7. So I'll play like one parlay. This is kind of my strategy. It's been working out. I play a parlay that's kind of like a stretch, where it'll be like a 5, 6, 7, 8 leg parlay to win like a few $100s or something, where it's all stuff that I think's pretty much guaranteed to happen. And then I'll play a parlay that's like absolutely guaranteed or something. So I played one that was Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown, and then it was a mid-game parlay, so it ended up being like Kansas City or it ended up being the over-under of the Kansas City game of like under 36.5 or something like that, because it was like 6-9 with like, or it was like 6-3 with like 8 minutes to go in the half or something. And I took that, and when the Kansas City punter ran out of the back of the end zone, that gave 2 more points, which put it over the over-under I had, to where I didn't win the one parlay. I was about to punch myself in the face. When a punter wasting time runs out of the back of the end zone to milk the clock, I'm like, oh my God, you're kidding me. It's what you get, huh? It's what you get. Kermit says roughing the passer in the Texans games were atrocious. Yeah, I must have missed those ones. Must have missed them. I was kind of on and off, and I took a little break. I was playing some games with my daughter for a little while and whatnot, so. $33. Someone said LK runs are too boring. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, if anyone, that's obviously the trump card right there. If someone's like, you should do this, you do that, be like, it's boring, I don't like it. You just don't do it then. For sure. Completely understand. You never do a game because you feel like you have to do something because that's what you're supposed to do because it's the best. If it's not fun, you're not doing the right thing. That's for sure. God of War doing good. Hopefully you're doing great. Verbale, what's going on? Joe says you didn't 22-28 talking about the Philly game there. I think from a minute ago, but didn't see it. Gotcha. Yeah, I was definitely on and off watching the other games. Actually went out to the bar, crazy enough. Jeez. To watch the Lions. That didn't work out too good. Zaboo's saying likes watching the Drop Alley videos because they don't get any. Sorry to hear that. Got to keep plugging away, keep SLAYIN. Ooh. They'll come. They'll come. Conviction better than redemption for foe. Really, you shouldn't be rocking redemption all the time. With that being said, I usually just run redemption all the time. I'm just super lazy, so I don't want to have to keep swapping between auras in doing this and that. Conviction only helps the one individual monster that the Fist of the Heavens hits, and then all the bolts fan out. So I don't really see the point to running Conviction all the time on a Fist of the Heavens Paladin. Wait, what did I just go do Andariel? I did not mean to do that. I was thinking too hard about talking. Whoopsie. Eli, appreciate you. Says keep slaying. Have a good day. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Grindy copycat. Grindy copied off me and got one of the walking pads. They're pretty sweet. I kind of like it. I'll probably used to use it all the time. it's nice just being able to like move, you know, sometimes. The only thing that maybe I could do something to get my setup a little better. It's annoying to have to swap it in and out. Like if there was an easier way to move it and then sit down, it'd be so much cooler. Like I almost wish I have a power desk so where you hold the button it goes up and down. I almost wish it wasn't. I wish I could just grab a lever and go boom and put the desk down real quick. Not like drop it literally, but I mean drop it at whatever, however fast I feel is comfortable. Instead of like holding the button here, like, you know. But yeah, pulling out the walking pad, getting the other thing over. Saffron, do you now? A compilation of me explaining foe, huh? Is it because it's funny the way I do it, or because I have to do it all the time? Or because I do it all the time? But yeah, I just got to make sure I explain it correctly, because if I don't, then all of a sudden people will start making videos about me how I don't know anything. And
sorry about your lion. Worried my bills were going home too.
I appreciate you, John, and thank you for the $10 super chat too. Yeah, it's unfortunate. The good thing about the good thing, not good thing, but I mean, I feel about the Lions game, they just got beat, so there wasn't they didn't play great, but the game wasn't like stolen from them or anything. I didn't feel the refs made some egregious calls. Like they're never perfect, but there wasn't any like giant bad call that ruined the game for him, like against Dallas there was like years ago, and against whoever it was the years before that. And we just didn't play great. They played perfect, no mistakes, and we got beat. So it sucks, but it is what it is, you know. But yeah, Bills moving on. That was a real squeaker at the end. Thank you, Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews dropping a 2-point conversion with like 30 seconds left. That would have tied the game. What's my Imagine Find? I don't even know right now. I think it's maybe right around 200. So nothing crazy high. Let's just look and see here. 217. I actually took off the Griffins, threw on the green cap here for a little while. So I think I'm actually under my FCR breakpoint. So I'm really only over like, what is it, the 78? But just decided to rock this just because. This is just players 3 too, isn't it? I forgot to change it. I was gonna go P7 just to increase the chance of runes and stuff slightly a little bit. Tusher, yo, well, welcome in. Welcome in. Material's about to drop. Get ready. I hope so. There, VA Johnny, hope so. Ghosty like saying actually rocks salvation on his foe, huh? Sacrificing all the res on his gear for strictly MF and damage. All right. So usually res on a pally is super easy to get since the pally shields have just insane amounts of, you know, if you make a pally spirit, you already have 85 res right there. So, but there could be some gear swaps around that I wouldn't think of, but the way I always view it, doing it as it's pretty easy to get resistance on your pally. So. The low magic find had no on the rare, yeah, that rare sacred armor earlier. I mean, it may have, or may not have, you know. We'll never know. We will never know. Magic finds a scam. Oh, totally. Gotcha. Budget build just starting off, says Ghostly. Gotcha. Talking about race saying here about Mahomes doing his like acting and stuff to try to draw penalties. He's not wrong for doing it. They're wrong for calling it. Sort of. I definitely believe that there are things in the world that are like wrong but are not against the rules. So, yeah. It was always just like understood that in football you don't like dive, but you know that if you want football to turn in the NBA where people dive all the time, then you know like the NBA they have to make rules to prevent people from just diving, but then they still do it, you know, because I don't want that. So not against the rules and you know, being annoying and not liking it and being wrong aren't always the same thing in my book. Like technically it's not illegal to walk through a restaurant and just stand next to every table and fart next to everybody, but you really shouldn't. It's kind of wrong. Like you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't just like walk around a restaurant farting on everybody, but it's not illegal. Like, I love using ridiculous examples to make my points. It's like my favorite. Wait, that's wrong? Not everybody does that? I thought that was a common courtesy. Thought you had to pay extra for that. That's my favorite. Just use ridiculous examples to try to prove your point. Get anything from the TZ Andy? I did get something. I got a Storm Lash. Kind of a low mid roll, I guess you'd call it. Or maybe you just call it a low roll, I guess, but 42 minutes in already, jeez. See how far I went so far. Like 1.5 miles, I'm gonna say. Ooh, good guess, Phil. 1.56 miles. Not walking super quick. I'm just walking to keep moving, you know what I mean? Get some steps in. Of course you are, G-Stacks. He's one of those drive-by farters, huh? Oh boy. Note to self, don't go out to lunch with G-Stacks. I was going to, but now, not anymore. I think we're full of gold here. I might need to gamble some Cheryl's Mites here real quick. Yeah, we got so much gold here. See, I got some room over here. We'll send all this in here. Except you. That's our Geeds blocker. Edge bow. Do you think I don't even want to spend the time to go get the edge bow. The price difference, it's literally going to be like 2 armors, so. Alright, here we go. Tears Might. Incoming. Just sell those. Pretty much if it doesn't look like it's, you know, ornate, there you go. The gold's going to disappear quick, so. It's also a good way to get rid of a lot of gold real fast if you don't. When you're walking, sometimes you misclick because obviously your body's wobbling and stuff, you know. Materials Might incoming. Your Merc keeps dying, so you need the gold. I got you, yeah. True story. Where are you? Oh, there was one right there, but I was already... My finger was half depressed on the button. I couldn't stop it. Thanks a lot, chat. Somehow it's not completely my fault. Well worth it. Maybe I should go get that edge bow. Seems like I'm buying even less armors than before. Oh well, I'm over it. Takes too long. I'm totally gonna get the Teal's Might too. $15, that's quite a lot. Yeah, but you know how long it's going to take me to go get that edge bow? At least like 30 seconds or something. Like, who's got that kind of time? Did you ever think about it that way, though? I was hoping for a... what's it called? Sacred Armor of the Whale with the sockets? That's what I was hoping for. Dang it, a lot of ornates in there, huh? A lot of ornates. Alright, as well. It was a good time. Oop, don't do that. Alright, back at it. How long does it take to find good LK maps? It can take a minute. I've definitely had struggles with it. Sometimes I teleport around for like 7 years. And actually, the way I got one good LK map, I literally reset like 30 maps. And I was like, no, like only like 2 of these have had 2 campfires. Like, why do I keep not finding the second campfire? And I finally gave up and I said, whatever. And then I came back like a couple days later and I looked at the exact same map that I had just like gave up on. And there was another campfire right next to the waypoint that somehow I didn't see. So, not sure what happened with that, but yeah, it can be annoying for sure. 8 all res. It's pretty good. Tips getting my Blizzard Sorceress past Hell Chaos. I mean, Blizzard Sorcerer shouldn't be too tough for you. The only thing immune to cold in there is those caster Doom Knights or something. Just kind of skip anything you don't want to fight, I guess, pretty much. Some things can just randomly roll with cold immunity, which I guess could be a problem, but... yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what you're necessarily like quote unquote doing wrong or whatever you want to say, so it's hard to give tips on, because Blizzard should be just like kind of melting everything. If you got maxed out by that point, you should have Blizzard maxed out. You should have like probably at least 10 points in the cold mastery. You're not breaking immunities, but just kind of avoid the stuff that you don't want to kill. You just teleport around and kind of make it happen. I mean, you could pretty much almost just seal pop the whole joint, to be honest. Yeah, Biv, I haven't heard nothing. So we've been good so far, yeah. Give the podcast interview thing another shot. It's been crossing my mind, but I've thought about it. Not sure though. The amount of time and effort it actually takes to set those things up I was shocked, to be honest, when I started doing it. How hard it was to get people to you know, to work on other people's schedules to make that work. Like setting up the podcast and stuff, like I'm pretty sure I'm like the only person that, like a few people do now, but I was like the only person that has any kids. And like I was like trying to do these podcasts at like 11 o'clock at night, or like because of where they live in the world, it's like I'm having to do them at like 8 o'clock in the morning and stuff. And I was just surprised at how hard it was to kind of meet up with people to do those. But one of those like live and learn type of situations for me, you know. Trailer Walker says the second boss. So by you can open any of the seal bosses you want to in any order. So I'm assuming you're talking about Lord Desasto, the one that's straight up. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta for him specifically, you just gotta have an okay mercenary. He's not gonna have as much life as Infector. Infector is the one that kind of would always give me troubles. They'll be super fast and yet they have a bunch of life, but Blizzard usually handles them okay unless he accidentally rolls as immune to cold, which is a disaster. But this ace really does hit pretty hard, but for sure not an incredibly large health pool, it seems, in my estimation. I guess one thing for that is you can, when things are immune to cold and I'm waiting for my mercenary to take them out, I will smack the monster with telekinesis, which, you know, quite often can be easily forgot about, but one point in telekinesis, you'll like stun them and stun, and you pin them against the wall. I guess that's one of those I could put in one of those like little known tips videos or something. I do that like kind of all the time. Just gives your mercenary an opportunity to stay alive a little bit longer while he's taking them out. Or if no good. Yeah, a couple of people talking about Sir Fox. Would mind, yeah. I just haven't done one in a while. I mean, I could just randomly do one and just not necessarily put it on my on the podcast. The podcast channel, it's still up, but I haven't put anything on it in years. Obviously, it's like not monetized anymore or anything. So, Meech Man talking about the how to get Blizzard through chaos. He says respect and Nova. I wholeheartedly disagree on that one. Man, imagine a level 65 budget Nova sorceress going against Hell Diablo, and you got no minus res of any kind. Oof. Static them halfway, and then you're just like sitting there flashing for 45 minutes trying to take them out. Now, Blizzard's definitely, in my opinion, the easiest playthrough for anyone who, you know, anyone who's not like essentially like a speedrunner. That's my opinion on it, though. Just for the stuff that's immune to cold, you just gotta skip it or figure it out. Let your mercenary take care of it, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, Saffron says Blizzard easily cleared the game by itself. Yeah, that's the way I view it. Not everybody agrees, but I definitely agree with that statement. Definitely. Four-socket foe. If it was 3, I'd think about it. I don't even want to think about what rune word you could put in 4, but. Yeah, we'll take you guys out. Merc is terrible. Has an insight that's your first single player character since you got invested and started playing single player. Gotcha. Yeah, insight's usually not too bad. I mean, that's usually what I'd have too, of course. Talking about playing through with a sorceress, I believe. Yeah, the biggest thing that I would remind you too, trailer walker. I don't know what level you are or what like level of gear you have, so you don't have to beat the game ever. You don't ever have to if you don't want to. Like, so what I'm saying is you could take that Blizzard Sorceress and go farm Stony Tombs or Ancient Tunnels for literally a week if you wanted to. And if you do like 200 Ancient Tunnel runs or 200 Stony Tomb runs, no matter what level you are now, you're gonna end up being like level 83 or something like that. And nothing's immune to cold there or anything like that. You'll get up into the 80s in your level, so you'll have a bunch of points. You'll have Blizzard maxed out with a couple synergies maxed out and a bunch of points into cold mastery, and you'll be killing stuff so much faster. You'll find stuff along the way, so you'll be able to make other rune words, or you'll find some uniques maybe, stuff like that. So I always tell this story about how you don't have to beat the game. About 6 months ago, I went, oh, look at this terror zone. I want to run it. It's a terrorized Bale or terrorized Eldritch and Shank. But that week I was playing my assassin. And I logged in, got on my assassin, went to go to Act 5. I never even beat, I never even played through the Cast Sanctuary or anything. I got to Act 4, I think, and I stopped and I went back and farmed the pits and stuff. My assassin is, hold on, where's my assassin at? It's like level 94 or something. And I never got past, I think I beat Act 3 and I just stopped. Oh, where'd it go? Probably looked right, oh, 93. It's behind the chat here, but just trust me, it's level 93. Right here. So I was probably like I was in the 90s and I never even got past Act 4. Like I never even beat Diablo, so I just didn't even realize, I just farmed the pits with the assassin and I maybe do a couple other things. I don't know. So
Ed Magararo donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Hi Phil. Hi chat.
Appreciate you, Ed. Thank you so much. What a slayer. Thanks for supporting the channel. Keeping the dream alive, Ed. What a legend. Hardcore speedrunning. I don't know about that. You know what the thing is, though? If I ever did, and I kind of want to, quote-unquote, try speedrunning. Not to really set records, but just to get better at playing through the game, essentially. Really, with your speedrunning, doing hardcore or not hardcore is much less important. Because the whole point is to you just do it one day and then you like delete the character and move on, right? So, I'm not really a hardcore player, I don't really like it. But that's because I don't want to lose my Shaco and Infinity. And I don't want to lose my, Chains of Honor and my Torch and stuff. Like, I just don't want to lose everything. But on a speed run, it's just like, oh, well, that's just today, it's no big deal. So.
Hardcore speedrunning would 100% watch these runs.
Well, I guess I need to get on it. I've been thinking about, I guess you'd call it taking a break. But, just like doing a few days, like mixing in one day where I just kind of map study, try to memorize like the simple map stuff. Like I still never memorize where the tombs are in Act 2, like which direction is which one. I've been thinking about just taking a day and just memorizing that kind of stuff and practicing it and whatever, so I might start doing that soon. Maybe not full blown, maybe I'll try like a normal difficulty speedrun or something, because like the records for like normal difficulty sorceress speedrun is like 37 minutes or 35 minutes or something. I'm not going to be anything close to that. But if I could do a sorceress playthrough, a couple tries, and then maybe I could get it down by like mimicking their strats, get it down to like an hour, that would be pretty. I'd be happy with that. So. Anthony says you should try it soonish. Yeah, maybe I might just like mix them in. Like I said, like maybe one day a week. I'm thinking it. Oh. Off of a random monster, not even a champion or anything? A bone visage? Sometimes I don't remember the item levels of this kind of stuff or the quality. I always forget what it's called, but I thought this one was of a level that it had to be a champion. But I guess I'm wrong. Oh, 2 sockets too. Another one that I don't remember how it rolls, to be honest, but I know it's 1 or 2 sockets, and at least we got the 2. Bing, bang, boom. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Tomb is mostly left. Oh, yeah, so I meant, I didn't mean, like, where to go in the tombs. I meant, like, where the different symbols are at. When you, like, which tomb is which. Like, something simple like that, you know? Where they're always the same, but you just need to remember what it is. It doesn't really take any ability, you just need to memorize it. I don't even remember the symbols now. Like, you know, like, where's the square? Where's the triangle? Where's the sideways symbol, you know, those ones. 25 to 35. No! So you're telling me this is almost anti-perfect, but it has 2 sockets in it. Okay, well, let's throw it out then, because I know I have better than the worst possible 2-socketed one already. So blue Archon staff. I don't think it's possible for this to roll any good, but I'm gonna ID it anyways just because it's an Archon staff. 3 to replenish life. Anthony talking about trying to practice speed run. Now would be a great time, he says. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of sort of what I was thinking. Between ladders and stuff like that, so maybe some how-to videos out of it. It's kind of what I was thinking. I've kind of made one in the past where I essentially had a video where I would like the premise was essentially taking speedrunner strats and like these speedrun strats are great for the average person to know type of video. Not where it's like the most ridiculous speedrun strat and like kind of like how speedrunners like the way they play through the game, they use like Nova the whole time. They just like spam level Act 1 for one particular map setup in the jail and then teleport through the entire game. It's like, that's not how I'd recommend the average person to try to play through the game. So, but it was kind of a video of like speedrunner strats, but ones that I actually would like recommend people to try to use on their playthroughs. So, but yeah, I could definitely do. That's kind of what I had in mind, to be perfectly honest. As I learn stuff, make videos about it. It's kind of how my DaVinci Resolve, my video editing channel kind of went. I pretty much started that channel and was like, man, the videos, it's taking me forever to find the videos of the information to how to do this stuff. So, and the videos are always like 12 minutes long when I just need you to tell me where this one button is. Because you're trying to milk watch hours. So I'm like, oh, I'll make this video editing channel. By the way, link in the description of that. It's called The Plug in the business. But yeah, they're just all 1 to 2 minute videos in this, how to do this, where is this at, how to do that, with the exception of some other ones that are more in depth on how to do specific things. Some things just take more than a minute to explain. But like one of my most popular videos, how to get rid of the in and out markers, all the videos on how to do it are all like 8 minutes long, and I'm like, my video, hey, welcome in. So you want to get rid of the in and out markers, come up here, you see this little panel here, go into it, it says in and out markers, it says remove. There you go. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Like, why is the video any longer than that? Hey, I'm allowed to plug my own channels on my own channel. True story. Why is there no pick up the cube on PC? Yeah, I'm not really sure. You can like open the cube like, whoop, like this. But I hate using that because if you're trying to pick up, hey, this super potion here, let's say that was an item I wanted. Boop, and then it's like, well, maybe a bad example because the name's sticking out a little bit. But the number of times like, oh, look at that jewel, I'm gonna click on it. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Because you just have this little space in the middle to pick up. You gotta come right on top of it. And at that point, why don't I just go like this and I have all this room to pick things up and just drop it there? But yeah, I guess maybe it's just like, I don't really know why there's no pick up to cube on PC. Maybe just the controls or... I don't know. Fushi, welcome in. Aren't you tapped running now? What do you mean tapped running? Is that a, you get auto corrected trash, or was that a is that something I don't understand? Not sure which one. I don't know if you got auto corrected. Flot, welcome in. Favorite druid build? Yeah, I'm not a huge druid player. It's one of my least favorite characters in general. I would just say probably the Wind Druid. Just nothing, you know. The Tornado Druid, you know. Nothing I know is like original there, but it just honestly is probably the best one in my estimation, and for like all around slaying. I am thinking about doing some kind of summon druid here in the near future. I might, honestly, I might rock my corpse explosion druid again here pretty soon. George explains why the videos are so long. Yeah, the ones I was talking about were the how-tos on the video editing stuff, but I almost feel like that's a shot at me. Gotta hear from today's sponsor. I do one sponsored video a year and I get roasted for it. Unreal. Trash that stupid phone update autocorrect. So that's a good thing. Anytime you say something that's real dumb, you just go, ah, it's autocorrect. No, I'm just joking, Trash. Not that you... I'm just joking around. I feel like there was like some kind of Saturday Night Live skit of that or something, or maybe it was a YouTube video. It's like, oh my gosh, I completely hate you, F and B. And it's like, what? Why would you say that? You're like, oh, autocorrect, sorry. Poison Nova hit over 35k. Gotcha. I never even see the damage numbers like that, so I don't even know like what I've had on mine with how many plus skills. But the only time I ever looked at that was I did a poison jab video, and I had 135,000 poison damage, which, I mean, it's not really effective damage because it was like 135 damage over 28 seconds or something like that, so it's not very helpful. But that's not the point. I could kill cows on players 1. No, I think I couldn't remember what I was exactly I was doing, but you have to have all the perfect gear, and then I went and got a skill shrine on top of it. So yeah. Big fan from Morocco. Oh, Shinzo, I see you on both of them right there. Sorry I didn't get the one on Twitch there. There's a lot more people on YouTube, so I was just trying to catch up, but appreciate you. 500 hours in, 2 hell clears, Sorkzon still SLAYIN. Nice. Thanks for watching. Say you're a big fan. Appreciate you. Couple of clears, you say. Sounds like you're loving the game. Love to hear it. Best game ever made. Everybody knows it. We'll go grab this. Somebody will be mad if I don't identify that. So it can be a 80 to enhanced damage sword. Oh. Phil Senpai noticed me. My day is complete. Yeah, my apologies. I usually try to read as many comments as I can, but sometimes they fly in too fast. I can't read them quick enough. Can't read them quick enough. I try. Oh boy, I just realized I had some things messed up over here. No big deal. YouTube. The one thing about YouTube though, guys, we have 80, there's 200 people in here right now and we have 80 likes. Come on. Come on. I'm about to start crying here. Luca saying farming and working out at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I really, for my streaming here even, very light working out, but yeah, working out, getting a couple calories going, disappearing. But yeah, this is really my strategy for most things. Never get stuck just doing one thing at a time, right? I'm slaying, burning some calories. If you're hunting for like high runes, don't only hunt high runes. Make sure you're going after another thing that you want too. So early on you run LK, because even running LK2 you can get all kinds of other good stuff that you need, right? All the crafting materials and mid runes and stuff like that, and skillers. But at some point you don't need that stuff anymore, so you stop running just LK and you go do other things like farming the pits, where you can get some of the rarest uniques and you could get those high runes and stuff, you know. So you always have more than one thing you're doing at one time, right? It's a good thing to try. Doubles the number of hours in the day, essentially. Hey, you want to do 2 hours of cardio and you want to stream for 2 hours? Well, that's 4 hours. The thing is, though, do them at the same time, get them both done, and that's just 2 hours. So you just got 4 hours of work done in 2 hours. Legendary, am I right? Look at this, wise Phil. I almost sounded smart. Oh, God. Poor guy. Just obliterated. I almost sounded smart there for a second, huh? Missed an ohm. Pretty sure it was an ort, but I'll double check because ohms are important. I'm almost positive that was an ort. But if I missed an ohm, it wouldn't be the first time. Usually I don't see... Papa, or pap tart. Pap tartar. How could you do this to me? Unbelievable. No, I'm just joking. I mean, it's kind of funny that you did that, but I'm not really mad about it. At least it's not as bad as that one time that like 6 people told me to go back and grab the grand charm I missed. And it was a grand crown. And like 6 different people were telling me I missed it. That was worse. You people. You people. When is the Eldritch Terror Zone? Don't know. I didn't see one coming up anytime soon. Well, in the next couple hours. But I only looked for the next couple hours when I'm going to be streaming. So, personally, am I losing frames? No, I haven't had a lost frames warning in like 2 years. So, it might be, you might just need to update your browser or something, or unless other people are having drop frames, which would be surprising, but you never know. Internet issues, this and that. Could be something on my end, but usually it's not. Usually on my end, the whole stream just collapses, and that's that. If it's on my end, that's what happens. HCP, appreciate you. It's very kind words of you. Appreciate you. Shinzo says, I don't lose frames, only calories. Oh, yeah. See, I'm not just Demon Slayer. I'm a calorie slayer. Ooh. Yeah, and I already went to the gym today too, so I'm getting after it. Ooh. Hit recovery poison. Throw this on this character right here. Actually, I should check my FHR breakpoint to see where I'm at. So you could get this if you need that 5 to get over the proper FHR breakpoint. The poison res to help you out there. Nailed it. It's not bad at all. I really like those in... Oops, I just hit the wrong button again. Dang it. Give me one quick second. I got random program opening. The fire ones I really like because a lot of times Spirit Shield doesn't have fire res on it, so you got to make that up somewhere and you can make it up on your FHR. You usually need a 5 FHR because you get 55 from your Spirit and there's a breakpoint at 60, so... This is on player 7, so... It's player 7, but I stacked it for a little bit more magic find. I got a Shaco on instead of my Griffins. So I'm losing some damage and an FCR breakpoint, but an extra 74 magic find. Just because it's an easy area, I decided it wasn't really affecting clear speed much to have less damage, to be honest. Takes 2 or 3 flashes to kill everything no matter what. Thomas, sorry for your loss. Yeah, sorry for the Lions' loss. Yeah, it is what it is. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but yeah, anyone who opted in here a little more recently, my hometown team lost. I don't feel good about it. You know, obviously, like a fan would feel. I feel bad about it, but at least it wasn't like last year against like the 49ers. Lions were so much better than the 49ers, and the 49ers just like lucked into it, random ball bounces and stuff like that. And other years, the refs just stole games from us, like against Dallas that one year and some other years. I feel this year it wasn't like that. It was just, we didn't play great. They played like their best game ever. Just 0 mistakes, literally 0 mistakes. Which, I mean, power to them. I mean, they're definitely good too. They're just good. You know, the rookie quarterback's been good, pretty good all year, and so we just lost. We didn't play the best game we could have. They played one of the best games they could have, and it just is what it is, you know. That's any given Sunday, right? So I was kind of like, I wouldn't say worried, but I was like, you know, they're not, people are acting like this is some pushover game that's going to be nothing, you know. Like, I don't think it really is. But yeah, we just lost. It's unfortunate, and it wasn't stolen from us or anything. We just got beat that day, so it is what it is. Maybell saying glad he saved all of his junk jewels and gems, traded them on non-ladder for some iss. Nice. Yeah, it's surprising. A lot of people don't realize just random garbage jewels. When I was super poor, what I would do sometimes if I ever hopped into a game that had been open for a while, like let's say a cow game, I would literally run over to a car like this and I'd buy the jewels that people had just randomly sold. Or I'd hop into the game and they'd just be sitting around Kane because people would ID them and just chuck them out. I'd just pick up all the junk jewels and stuff and then trade them for, like you said, an ist. Like 40 of them for an ist. Moose, what's going on? Yeah. Technically I'm walking, but I get you. I get the joke, yeah. Doing runs to a whole new level. Yeah, if I ran for this whole time, geez, I'd be in real great shape, huh? Real great shape. Why am I running playing? Well, I'm walking, but like, yeah, you know, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I've been sitting in this chair streaming and editing videos for years, and I just want to move a little bit, you know. Don't think it's too big of a deal. Not necessarily you, but yeah, some people get very offended by the fact that I'm walking on a treadmill while I'm streaming. Don't fully understand it. It's probably not what you're getting at, though. Probably just making a joke. Let's see where over here. Running and playing seems difficult. Yeah, if I was literally running, it'd be impossible. even walking can be, you know, it's hard to precisely click on things. So Nova is actually a great choice here for me to, you know, be playing while I'm doing this. I already hate aiming as it is, right? Let alone right now. Definitely not running, no. Maybe it's not as obvious as I think it is, but yeah. Definitely not running. Imagine if I was literally running and like I was only breathing this hard. Oh my gosh. What kind of godly shape would I be in? Be insane. Just insane. Part of the VR Diablo. Oh man, that would be. Good point. Like I'm running through the pits right now. That's coming in the future, for sure. D2R VR. In stores now! Yeah, doing a quote-unquote walkthrough. Oh. Man, these jokes are too good. They write them. They pretty much write themselves. Dang it! See, like it took me 3 clicks to try to get that rail rune. You can't aim the mouse; it keeps wiggling around when I'm walking. Whirlwind on VR. Ooh, man. Running and playing for 2 hours. Jajim. So yeah, I'll do at least 2 hours today. I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. Last Friday I did 2 hours. On last Wednesday I did 3 hours. So I never do more than 3 hours though. 3 hours is like the max. My feet start to hurt after that, so. I do have new shoes though, but I mean like, I just needed new walking shoes, so I'm hoping they break in pretty soon and maybe it'll start to be better to where if I walk 3 hours, my feet don't hurt. But 3 hours is a pretty long time, huh? So. It's non-stop walking, but don't your neck and shoulders start to hurt? No, I mean my elbows and my arms are sitting on the table, so they're like resting there. My neck, no. To be honest, my neck probably feels better from not sitting in the chair. Like human bodies aren't meant to sit in chairs for 7 hours a day. You're meant to be up and moving around, and really probably like walking a lot and stuff. Like evolutionarily, I'm talking, and. Sorry if anyone doesn't believe in evolution, you know, I guess this conversation isn't for you, but yeah, evolutionarily, you're kind of like designed to be on your feet moving around. So, yeah, no, to be honest, I kind of thought about it the other day, but it kind of like drifted out of my mind. But to be honest, I bet you my neck's been feeling a lot better since I've been walking. And to be honest too, the thing is, walking on this thing right now, I have a standing desk. I've had it for like a year or two, but I never really used it a lot because standing is harder than walking. Because I'm not an evolutionary biologist or anything, but I feel like our bodies didn't evolve to stand completely still for 3 hours, you know? So it hurts. Walking is honestly easier than just standing. It's kind of funny, but Justin Duffney. I was gonna say Duffy, but I was like, wait a second, I saw an N. Appreciate you. Do you have a track your calories? No, I'm not a whole like watch guy, you know, track your heartbeat, this and that. The thing tells me how many calories. Do you want to believe it? It's up to you. It says so far I burned 355 according to the machine. I don't really trust these things as accurate. I don't really care about that. I look at the distance. I went 3 miles over the last hour and 20 minutes. I'm not going super fast, so yeah, I'm just casually walking. I'm not trying to get super tired, and I want to be able to read and respond to comments, and you know, I'm not sacrificing the entire stream to get the best cardio experience in. Just kind of a little extra on top of, you know, stuff I do already, going to the gym and stuff, so. How easy is it to move around? The walking pad's really easy to move around. Yeah, it's not very big. It's got 2 wheels on the front, so you just tip it up and then roll it. The one I have, I'm pretty happy with the one I got, to be honest. The one thing I will warn people is that I was looking into them on Amazon, and a lot of them have a very low maximum weight allowance on them. So make sure you look into it. There was a lot of them that the maximum weight was like 180. There was some that the max weight was like 150. And I was like, whoa, okay, well, not getting that one because I like 240.
My attention that I owe you Bezos bucks. Forgive my delay. Also, for 1 year of subbing, you get 365% additional magic find for a month, allegedly.
Allegedly. Fear, yo! Thank you for the kindest free gift that anybody can give to a streamer. Twitch Prime sub. Ooh. Absolutely free. He just took money. Fear Production just took money from Jeff Bezos and handed it to me. I appreciate you. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Oh, speaking of finding an Ohm rune, that's just an Ort. Never mind. That's an Ort rune. I don't even want it. Just pass the Ort. Wait, are you guys telling me that was an Ohm? I'm not gonna believe you. Another Ohm rune. Okay. All right. There we go. It was actually an Ohm rune. Casey says can't use it. Yeah, the walking pad thing my wife got me. The one I have, it's from a company called Deer Run. It's all one word, Deer Run. I don't know. I waited 238 and I asked her about it, and she pulled up the listing and whatever, and it actually, to make sure, and the minimum or the maximum weight was like 280 or something, or 300 or something. I was like, oh, I must have not seen that one because, and it was, I think the one that she bought me for Christmas here was $199. So not cheap, but not like insanely expensive, you know? Not insanely expensive. I was a little apprehensive about it when I first got the walking pad, but I'm pretty, or when, you know, I was like, babe, I don't know, man, geez. Because I had to modify my desk to make it taller to be able to use the walking pad and stuff because I'm 6'3", and then this and that, so I wasn't sure how it was all going to work, but I'm pretty happy with it now. I'm generally nervous about spending any amount of money on objects that don't inherently have a chance of increasing in value over time. Like, I don't mind putting money into like S&P 500 because if anything, I know it's going to be worth more, but like this walking pad will never be worth $200, you know? If I tried to technically sell it right now, you know, a used walking pad, you're not going to get $200 or more out of it, so. Big Al, 6'3", juice. Yeah, 6'3", I was 232 this morning, so 232. Fear Production says, see, it worked. The Twitch Prime sub for the extra magic find, even though he also says magic find has nothing to do with runes. True, but you know what? I'm going to believe it helped anyways. I don't care what facts say. I have alternative facts that tell me it does help, so. I substitute your reality. Or wait, I reject your reality and substitute my own. I'm thirsty. Where to farm high runes? 89 pure foe. Foe is great in the pits. Foe is great in the cast sanctuary. For specifically farming runes, specifically with foe, I guess I would say the best option would be cast sanctuary. I don't usually like quote unquote arcane sanctuary is another good option too. So chaos sanctuary and arcane sanctuary. I think everything's deemed out in the arcane sanctuary too. They got ghosts out there. So those are the three places I would recommend. Pick your favorite, essentially. And if you're on single player, try to do at least players 3. So players 3 is that's all you really like quote unquote need to do. You will get a little bit better opportunity on higher players count, but don't feel like you're missing out hugely if you aren't clearing players 7 fast at all. Just do players 3. You'll be satisfactory there. Neothak decent. Those areas are just like real hard, you know. I don't like them, but yeah, I mean, to each their own. Maybe there's just some personal preference there. Those areas are good. I've never done them with foe, so I'll just take your word on saying that they're all undead or demons there for foe to slay. It's kind of a segue to one of my more recent videos. It wasn't necessarily the best places to find high runes, but it's where I actually find high runes. So, speaking of where I find high runes, I mentioned the pits in the video. Part of it is you always find high runes in the place where you kill the most monsters. So, chaos is sweet, says KC Killer. Yeah, chaos is kind of the go-to for Fist of the Heavens for sure. Good thing I'm sweet Phil, or else I'd be butt kicking Phil. Because you made the comment earlier about me being 6'3". I've always been sweet Phil. When I was like 9, I would like get mad and fight all the time and stuff. But that definitely cut that stuff out when you'd start getting suspended for getting in fights. When you used to get like sentences if you got in a fight with somebody, then it wasn't as big of a deal. First time I got suspended, I was like, well, then, no, we're not doing that again. Oopsie. Whole Grain Pain says, big fan of Arcane Sanctuary. Yeah, I probably am too. It's easy to get to and all that good stuff, so. Oh, it's an Ogre axe. Let's go! I should save this. Goes up to 320. You'd think 300 to be the max, but I think it goes 320. Level 14 Corpse Explosion charges. Summon Corpse Explosion Druid. Here we come. Brad, yo! Yeah, Bone Hue turns every character into a necromancer. Instantly. You gotta make sure you get like 100,000 gold per run though. 130,000 gold per run, so kind of funny. Little frost burns. Gonna have to go get some more scrolls of identify here too. Flat says, Nova, is it viable without Infinity and Griffins? Yeah. Every time I play Nova on ladder, I always go right off the bat, right when the game's over. If I'm not Nova already, I go Nova. Another home run over here, I guess. So even with just like a spirit sword, a random shield, you'd be rocking anything. Ancient's Pledge even. Stealth armor, maybe a lore on the helmet. Caster belt. Randomness everywhere else. Go farm the Countess, get yourself an Umrune eventually. Or find stuff that you can trade for an Umrune. Get a Crescent Moon, which is minus 35 lightning resistance to the enemy. I think, I don't remember, 30 something, 34, 35, 37, something like that. And then you can start trading up all the stuff you get from the Countess, and if you're on ladder anyways, trade that up to get better gear. It's viable, but there's no doubt it's way better with Infinity. Very much way better. Whole grain, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Twitch ads are the worst. Tempted to turn them off, but didn't go there yet. But yeah, I was just saying Arcane Sanctuary is pretty cool for foe and stuff, so. Essentially. I wish for Twitch you could do the ads differently. I wish the Twitch ads were just like YouTube. YouTube, I have it set for a pre-roll ad, but it's only 5 seconds skippable. I have it set to. Some people have been telling me that YouTube's been giving them unskippable ads before my streams on YouTube, which I have turned off, but YouTube just does whatever they want to. But I think most people get skippable ads on YouTube. Not sure. But but what I do wish actually is that YouTube would be like Twitch, how if you have a channel membership or a channel subscription on Twitch, you don't get ads for that channel. I wish YouTube would steal that. Like a lot. That'd be super sick. But they don't. Almost a armor there. Skipping the Hell Rune. Yeah, offline single player. I have like dozens of. I probably have at least a dozen 35 FCR spirits, so it's like, I don't save up the runes to make spirit anymore or anything. If it was online, I would take them for sure, but YouTube, Flat said that YouTube did a trial with unskippable ads. Man, yeah, I used to get, I have, and I know that I guess there's certain YouTube ad blockers you can get out there. I've had YouTube Premium for a long time, so I guess I just still rock and roll with that, but, so I never get any ads. But yeah. Alan Bologna? Balaga? But yeah, it's player 7, not 8. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, it's player 7. Reroll my Phoenix and Grief and Doom. Saffron, stop. I'm not rerolling those. Not rerolling them. Yeah, Spike Daddy says an ort to reroll to repair and recharge your weapons. But yeah, that means you'd have to find an ort room every run. So, talking about earlier about my using my bone hue to corpse explosion druid. So if you do like 500 runs, I would have to save up 500 ort runes on. Well, actually, the thing is too is because when you rock that build, you have to have 2 of them. You have to have one on swap and one on your main hand for the bone hue. So you would need, if I do like 500 runs like I would normally do with that, I would need 1,000 ort runes. So like, it's a little bit unfeasible. It's a lot easier just to do one run and grab like 5 items and sell them to a vendor, and then have 100,000 gold. You just grab like some wands and stuff. Myrmidon Greaves probably sell for like, not 35, but they'll be like 20. Diadem will sell for... Grab the wands and sorceress orbs, you know, sell for a lot. This rune scepter would sell for a lot. It's kind of a joke meme build, so yeah, just throwing that out there. But ooh, that'd sell for a lot. Look at that. And by sort of, I mean it totally is, but it actually kind of kills as well. It does slay, but it's annoying, so that makes it memey. Makes it meme-ish. What a nice rolled infinity. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. 54. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it's definitely good rolled. That kind of falls into the even self-wheel infinity. Like some of the ones where it'll be, you know, like, oh, this one's minus 53. Like, oh, that's pretty good. And you're like, ooh, that one only rolled 48. Sorry. Like, it's one of those things to where I would bet that if I took somebody's infinity that was like a 52 and swapped it for a 48, they would never know the difference. Unless they looked at it on accident. I've got a pole rune sitting up there. Let's see what the Sacred Rondash is first. Oh, it's seeing if it was maybe some res there, but now we get a little pole rune. No Ohm rune, but pole rune is pretty cool. Good old Ohm rune. Anthony says he thinks the ad blocker blocks ads for even the stream. He gets one for like 2 seconds, it automatically skips. I wonder, maybe they got the ad blocker so S tier that it doesn't block the ads, but it does an auto like skip function on it. I wonder, because a lot of people don't know this, or you know, maybe they just don't care, I'm not sure, but if you run an ad blocker on a YouTube videos, those content creators don't make any money for they don't get a view for the ad, so they don't make any money. But I wonder if your ad blocker is skipping it like that, if it like technically is getting the view and then it's just like overriding it and going past it, so that technically then you are skipping the ad, but the content creator is still getting paid for it, which is technically illegal. You're kind of stealing from Google, so don't do it. It's illegal. Don't use ad blockers on YouTube because it's wrong. It's wrong. Just in case you didn't know it was wrong. So our AI overlords, if they're listening, I'm telling people not to use the ad blockers. It's like something in my eye. I don't know what's going on. Just sub to YouTube. Nice! Ad blockers ain't illegal. It's kind of a gray area, isn't it? Because technically you're like stealing from them, right? I don't see what technically the Google machine is. Actually, more than likely, there's probably no laws about it, because politicians are all like 900 years old and they're like, ad blockers? What? How do you block a billboard? You're driving down the freeway and you just block it with your hand or something? What does that even mean? Oh yeah, I heard about this internet thing. Didn't like Bill Gates invent it or something pretty recently? You wouldn't download a car. Oh, I forget what that. Oh, I know that was a politician in the United States, but I don't know. I don't remember what that was in reference to. I forget. Yeah, the download a car thing. Jeez. Oopsie. Against piracy, gotcha. I couldn't remember. So it was an ad against piracy. Okay, I guess I misremembered where it was from or whatever, but when ads become unavoidable, you'll stop watching? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess so. I don't feel as bad when it's like on YouTube, it's like one skippable ad. It's like, well, I can handle that, but Wicked Ball talking about how cold it is out in my area. Go outside, blow bubbles, and it'll freeze. When you say it'll freeze, you like blow it, and then it just like freezes and drops to the ground. You can like pick it up. Wicked, or like, what do you? I guess I don't know about that. I mean, I've seen stuff where water froze instantly, you know, in the air, but I haven't heard that one. But oh, Al Gore, yeah, Jordan, sorry, Al Gore invented the internet. I forgot. Yeah. But I was mimicking some old person that's like 90 and doesn't know anything. So my point still stands. Yeah, Randy says if you have a sponsor, you'll just fast forward anyways. Yeah, no problem with that. That's what's good about sponsored videos. If I put a sponsor in a video, there's nothing I can do to make it unskippable. So you can just skip it. Not to mention, I get paid the money no matter what. No matter what. A Z bar? Oh boy, kid. What time we got here? 2:20. So it's been an hour since you ate, so you're starving again. Yeah, you can have a Z bar. Alan, how do you find super rare items in the Uber areas, you say, huh? Yeah. Well, the thing is all those Uber areas are actually 85 areas, aren't they? So you could find everything in the game there. I don't remember what those areas really are, but I think they're 85 areas, but they have some, like, don't they have some nerf on the experience or something because of Uber leveling back in the day? I don't remember all the full info on those, but don't remember for sure. But I think the things I just said were accurate. Alex, this is 7, P7. Pap up here a minute ago says hopefully you find more orcs. It's go time. For repairing my Ogriax bone hues. I think I might, I don't know, I think for my next build that I ended up, another sacred armor, rare. That's the second one today. I can't decide whether I want to blast with like the best magic finder in the game or rock kind of a weird build. Maybe I'll do a poll coming up in a minute. Should I do the corpse explosion summon druid or like blast with like a pit circer? I'm cooking on player 7. Yeah, I don't even have max. I have a Shaco up here instead of a Griffin's. I'm under the max breakpoint, so yeah. The pits is just a super easy area, so go Barb first, says G-Stacks. Yeah, you know what? Why don't I pop up a poll here? Why not? Why don't I put up a poll? What? Oopsie. Can't I spell? Oh boy. What build should I do next? Ah! And hit the like button, you scrubs. Let's go pit. Oh my gosh, I keep fat fingering. Zerker. Corpse explosion summon druid. Everyone's just gonna be like, corpse explosion summon druid? Like, what does that mean? Like, did you misdo that? Like, no, I didn't. That's what I meant. The thing with the corpse explosion summon druid, though, it's not really good at 85 areas. Like, you have to run like. When I did it before, I ran Eldritch and Shank, and then I went and did Thresh Socket and I think Pindle, and then I went and did Neelathak, and that was like the perfect number because Neelathak doesn't need any Thresh Socket, your summons just rip him out real quick. Eldritch and Shank, they take like 3 or 4 corpse explosions a piece to take out the whole pack. Same with Neelathak, might take 4, and he's the last one, so you just use whatever you got left. But yeah. Act 5 Slayer. That's kind of what I had set up before. I don't know how it would work great in the pits. You know, I just didn't think, because you need everyone real close together real quick to just be able to pop, move on, you know? And then you have to go repair, because you only have like 30 total corpse explosion charges. So if you dual wield 2 bone hues, you could use Corpse Mourn. It has like 60 charges, but then you can't teleport. So oof, you know, oof city. So G-Stacks, I said I fat fingered. Gets treadmill to lose weight. Fingers stay fat. Oh boy. Not just because it's bobbling around. You know, making jokes about me. Fear Production said, made it to Act 2 Hell. Fingers crossed. Yeah, keep going, man. You got it. You got it. Wicked said, turned a young 50 yesterday. Young 50. Well, happy birthday. Young 50. Didn't know Corpse Display Druid was a thing. Yeah. It's, I mean, oh my gosh. These mid runes, I got an a pull, and an in like a half hour. Oh, let's go. Nailed it. Let's keep it going. Materials might any second. Oops. Yeah, it's kind of just like a joke build I made up, but it actually does work. It's not the... It takes some abnormal effort to rock it, but... A bunch of people saying, shouting out happy birthday to Wicked. Bunch of them. What a legend. Ooh. Kind of stretching a little bit. Oh. I want to start doing this more often though. Just like stretching the hands a little bit. Just kind of keeping them, you know, flexible, moving around when I'm streaming and stuff. Sometimes obviously I get in the zone when I'm working or whatever and just keep going and going and going, and then my wrist hurts later or something. Don't want that. Concentration barb. Yeah, people have brought that up to use sometimes. I've never liked using concentration, so. Just me, maybe, but maybe it's a personal preference type of situation.
Let's go.
Oh, Alex K coming in with 5 gifted Slayership. Dude. Thank you so much, Alex. Very kind of you. Appreciate you. What a beast legend. Supporting the channel. Give me a jewel. 55 to defense, not bad. Simply welcome in there. Holy what? What's holy? Holy Shock Zealer, Act 1 Faith Merc. Zealer, huh? Never done a lot of Zealer just because the area of effect, I know obviously the auras, the Holy Shock type of aura goes out and hits everything, but let's see. Probably need Dual Dream, right? To make that real good. And I feel like Dual Dream's real expensive. I don't remember what runes go in it, but I'd have to look and see again. I probably got them. I could probably do it, but it's tough spending like 4 or like 6 high runes for a couple of pieces of gear that only go towards one build, right? It literally is only for the, that build, so. Not that it's a dumb idea or a bad idea, it's just tough for me to swallow being on single player and, IO Jaw pull, yeah. So I'd have to use a couple of Jaw runes. I mean, I guess it's not as expensive as I thought, but Jaws are one of the tougher ones to come by that are used all the time, so. I think I only got a couple of Jaw runes. I think I got 2 of them. I could cube some stuff up for Roderick Cubit to get some more maybe, but dip out of there. Tax Cut says, Corpse Explosion Druid, a lot of work, no fun. Well, come on. Come on. It is kind of a lot of work. You just got to grab stuff to sell. So, Simply Sake says, you guys are amazing. Talking about the whole community. Truer words have never been spoken. Truer words never spoken. The only thing truer to that that's ever been said is it's always chat's fault. That's very true. Just kidding. What do we got? Almost 2 hours of walking here. I may just call it a day on at 2 hours here. Let's see how long is the treadmill actually say? Hour and 57 minutes. Sometimes I feel like the 3 hours is almost counterproductive because like the next day my feet hurt to where I don't want to like do more cardio. So I end up taking a cardio day off. Not that it's like, this is some huge cardio, but you know, it's doing something. But I could get more time in if I did less time one day and then did the same amount of time the next day instead of doing more time today and then having to not do anything tomorrow because I'm tired or whatever. 2:30. Yeah, and I don't, kind of a shout out for the people that kind of remind me to go pick my kid up every day. From school. Don't have to pick her up today. She's here. Martin Luther King Day, so she's home. Alex says, don't want to get burnt out. Yeah. I said the times I went 3 hours, I always had to, I ended up not doing much the next day, so. But also, it's hard to say. There could be a double-edged or, you know, it could go either way. If I walked more often, maybe I'd build up tolerance, you know what I mean? I could do it. Triple unique drop. All not good, but still kind of neat. Hard to say which way it would probably go, huh? How much does this Nova Stork have? So I checked it. It's just a little bit over 200. So I got the Shaco on instead of the Griffin. So usually it's a little bit lower. Nova's not the best for stacking up MF. So G says, never chat's fault. Stop blaming us. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's always chat's fault. I can't prove it, but it seems like it always is. I mean, what do you think when I die when I'm playing, it's my fault? Come on. What kind of ridiculous statement is that? It's got to be somebody else's fault, right? Do a poll, Phil, and see if it's chat's fault. Do a poll, Phil. I don't know if I need to poll that. I already know the answer, so. Man, it's been like 5 runs since I found another rune. What's going on here? Really slowing down. G-Stacks, you ain't getting your packs of gum. Not a chance. Alex talking about getting burned out. He said he learned not to do that. He would go for 10-mile hikes and then he wouldn't be able to walk for a week. Yeah, luckily I don't usually, I think when I walk for 3 hours based upon the speed, like right now I'm at about 4.5 miles here. I was going to say, I think I usually do like 6.5 or something when I go for 3 hours. So I'm not really going that fast, so only a couple miles an hour type of thing. Just a walk. Really, if I walk faster, it's hard for me to, because I'm talking so much, it's harder for me to like breathe. Like if I'm not talking, I could go a lot faster, but like usually I walk at like 3.5 or something if I'm not streaming, but actually let me just, maybe I'll keep going. I'm gonna slow this down and just kind of stretch my legs for just a quick second. Oh, Vespine saying you want a bicep flex if a high rune drops. Well, I just found an ohm, so I don't know if I'm gonna find another one soon here. Oh, just kind of take some higher steps here, stretching my legs a little bit. Do forgive me. Actually. Alright, yeah, that's a little... If you do anything too long, like just the same motion straight, you kind of gotta... It's good to kind of get out of the habit there a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna... I'll just do this one more run here. I'm gonna hop off the treadmill and just sit down. Don't want to overdo it. That did not help as much as I would hope it did. So can't train properly, chat. Well, it's true. True story. 2 hours definitely enough. Yeah, I think 2 hours is going to be the amount that I do. That's the amount to where I feel like it just feels like the right amount, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I'm starting to feel a little, not even like tired, fatigue, but like, just the legs are starting to feel funky from doing the same walkie motion the whole time. And how long did it take to pre-record gameplay? Like you're saying, that, like right now I'm not really playing? Is that what you're getting at? I know you're joking. You always joke around, but no, actually playing right now. Crazy enough, huh? Crazy enough. See, just found a 2 Necro Skills 20 FCR Tierra. So that by itself, I'm guessing it's blue? A magic one? I'm not sure on the quote-unquote item level or the character required level and stuff like that for that particular item. If it's rare, it's not going to be worth anything. Magic though, you could, I'm not 100% sure if it would have any value. So there's a chance that it could be like a low-level dual item or something that I am not fully knowledgeable on. But yeah, it would have to get you would have to Larzik it, and you have a 50% chance of getting 1 or 2 sockets. 50% of one or the other. If it is one of those items that is good, I'm pretty sure anyways. And if it got 1 socket, it would be worthless. And if it got 2 sockets, it would be worth a lot. But I don't know if it is one of those items. But I'm just not well versed enough on most PvP items, so I wouldn't take my word on it. What? Nian118? I think that's pronounced correctly. Forgive me if it's not, but Offline Nova doesn't have any good gear yet. Found a Vex and an Omen 3 Countess runs from the mobs around. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, on ladder resets and stuff, that's where I find high runes all the time. Killing carvers and stuff on the way down, or those goat people, or... I usually don't get any off the actual pack around the Countess, but yeah, I've definitely seen / heard stories of people getting good stuff from there, from around. Congrats on that. Did hear a ring. I wasn't looking though. Just magic. Oh, I forgot I was gonna get off the treadmill. Oopsie. That's how I end up walking so much. I keep forgetting that I'm on a treadmill. Just keep forgetting. Alright, let's see where the pole got to here real quick. Oh, corpse explosion druid winning out. Uh-oh. Looks like we're gonna be rocking that corpse explosion summon druid here. Maybe. Eh, forget it. We'll give it some more time though. Payne been trying to find a ist for a week. I would assume you're running the Countess, but yeah, I mean it can definitely happen having bad luck at running the Countess. So I've heard personally, I did like a 500 Countess runs. I think I found 4 ist runes in 500 runs, but then I've seen people do like 500 Countess runs and they didn't get a single ist rune. So some of that luck of the draw can definitely happen. Is that an Ogre build? Oh yeah. We're gonna be slapping with the Bone Hue. But we're gonna be a Bone Hue wielding, caster only summon druid. I mean, I guess the summons do melee damage, but you know what I'm saying. The Bone Hues are only for the corpse explosion charges. Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this treadmill now. We have gone a total of 2 hours and 7 minutes. Not walking too fast, just 4.6 miles. So, just give me 1 second. You know what? Oh, the printer cam's in the right spot. I'll leave you people with the beautiful sight for just a second of that printer. Other hand. Look at this beautiful thing. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Not everybody has a printer cam, but the legends do. All right. I think I'm gonna try her just like this. I think. Corpsemorn, no, you have to have Enigma. Come on, like. You're gonna not teleport? Bro. Is that even legal? I don't think it's even legal. Oop, don't worry about that. I was looking where that's good enough. I was looking where the top of the camera is, you know. Where's my head gonna disappear? Way up there. We're fine. We're fine. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the corp. The thing is too, let's see. I think the corpse explosion on Corpsemorn is only like level 2 or something, and the Bone Hue is like 15, so you get way more radius. You do get way more charges though, way more on the Corpsemorn, but I think it's a really low level. Let me just thought you wanted a challenge. Well, I don't want to be bored walking and walking and walking. Let's look up D2R Corpsemorn. It has, oh, it's level 5. 40 level 5 charges on the Corpsemorn. And the Bone Hue is, I believe it's 15. Let me look. Level 14, only 30 charges. But actually, 2 of them have 60 charges. Okay, so that's got more on them than I thought it did, actually. This build's even better than I remember. Real men use Corpsemorn. I see how it is. Use a telestaff instead of Bone Hue on the opposite. So a Nage's Puzzler for the teleport? I mean, either way, I'm going to have to use charges and have to repair them, this and that. Nah. I'm gonna stick with my original build. The original goat of Corpse Explosion Druid, so. $220 Java gloves, finally? Dude, what is up with this game? It's not even that I like super need them or something. I can't do this build till I find them. But it's just like, how have they not dropped yet? And I'm not going to shop those blue ones either. Not happening. It's more just about the fact that I haven't found them yet. It's just stupid. On single player specifically. I must have a busted map seed on all my characters or something. Could be true. Oh, that's the big thing behind Corpse Sworn, huh? The 6% chance of level 2 Iron Maiden? Ooh, yeah. Goated. That thing's bussin', fam. No cap. I'm sorry, I won't say that again. So talking about the corpse explosion, Necro, plague-wielding merc for the lower res proc. I mean, I'd probably just do Infinity, but... using a Cham rune on offline single player to make the plague is kind of painful. If that's the runes that go in it are what I'm thinking there. Cham isn't worth a lot online. It's kind of easy to trade for because it's not that expensive, but offline, different story. Eh, whatever. It's never going to be something, but... How was D4 the other day? Oh, so that was my daughter, Marty. My daughter likes to play D4, my 8-year-old. So she likes dressing them up and changing the colors of their clothes and their hair and stuff. So I was like, wait, you're gonna be quiet? Okay, sure, you can play it, sure. I'm exaggerating. I love my kids, you know. Love the kids. It's a joke. 40 chance cards? Boom! Oh, nailed it. 40 chances. But the problem is they don't have the 30 defense. They're only 28% enhanced defense. So for that reason, scrap them. Just kidding. That defense, I bet you that extra 2 defense wouldn't even, it doesn't even change the actual defensive number. I think I already got 40s, but maybe I'll see what I got going on, so. Flot says, can relate. Yeah, I think she was, actually I might have meant that about my daughter at the time because, oh, hold up. I said nothing but nice things about my daughter. Don't worry about it. SOJ! It never is. I think she was complaining nonstop about me watching football on Sunday, and then I was like, and she said she wanted to do that, and I'm like, oh, I'll set you up on that for sure. Yeah, go in the basement, and I'll watch TV up here. I think that's how that went. Was that perfect? Oh, I didn't even notice. I don't even really look at the stuff on it. If it's perfect, I guess I'll save it. What roll is different on there? 40, 40, 15, 15, 15, 100. Is it really perfect? I'm gonna have to look this up. But if it's perfect, I guess I'll keep it. Oh, the magic damage reduced? Gotcha. I mean, it does look perfect, with it being 40, 40, 15, 15, 15, 15. So I guess I'll keep it. I'll keep it, I guess. Just because. Why not? I almost never use those, but the super rare times when I run Trav on single player, maybe. Fellas, we know this is a, I was going to say Ethereal Schaefer's, but finding too much stuff. We already got 40 chances, a perfect dwarf star on this run, and now a perfect Schaefer's? Oh, Stone Crusher. Still cool though. Good old legendary mallet. Ooh. I think it's Guile says, yeah, don't blame you. You pick him up and drop him instantly too when you see him. Yeah, that's definitely what goes on. Was about to be the most goated run of all time. So my magic finding is right around 200. It's a little tad over 200, I should say. Just a tad over 200. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ray says, holiday off. Time for a drink. It's 3 o'clock somewhere, right? Yeah, hopefully you enjoy your day off. For sure, for sure. Oh yeah, I was dropping all this stuff off here. The millions and millions of drops. Got a Ral rune again. Got an rune to put. There's no runes? How about that? How about that? Why don't we just go like this? We'll stack them straight lines like this. We'll put them in like order-ish. Should put ist over here. Is that the order? Could be. Lempel, mal, ist, gull, vex, I think I got those in the right order, from memory. How smart am I? I have the day off, so I'm not really watching like I normally do when you're working. Nice. Yeah, where were you? You're supposed to ban that guy a minute ago. Snowpro, you missed the chance to lay the ban hammer down. Unbelievable. Well, your loss, actually, so. Good old Crusader bow.
I need a key.
Checks out. We'll allow it, Snowpro. Preparing some lemon pepper chicken for the smoker, you say. Nice. Snowpro caught slacking. Yeah, what kind of mod are you? Definitely not worth the money I pay you. Yeah, P7 by the way. There, yep. Thanks for asking. Love the videos, Lars. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. Some new OP hybrid buildish thingy. I mean, I could throw you some examples if you want to give me a character. I could shout out a few different builds. Or just any character, just throw a few out, you say? I don't usually rock too many quote-unquote like hybrid builds, like dual spec type of stuff. Especially with Infinity and Sunder Charms nowadays and stuff, you don't really need it to dual spec to farm everywhere in the whole game, so. Arctic Blast Druid, don't do that. Don't do that. Alex, appreciate you. Just throw some out there, huh? Well, if you want something that's dual spec and can just do everything without great gear, like Hydra Frozen Orb is a pretty popular one that people like to use. If you want, but it's not like completely goated, like wrecking meta everything. People really like some of the different. I mean, people love Mosaic Assassin if you want a newer build with a super cheap rune word that wrecks the entire game. Or one that could do most stuff. Actually, it's not like the fastest build, but it can take out like everything. Is the Summon Druid nowadays. Because you can summon up like all of the summons all at once. Working on Mosaic right now, gotcha. People really like Fist of the Heavens nowadays. You could always farm torches with it too, just like a point into fanaticism, point into... I don't know how far off the beaten path you really want to go, but... few options for you. I don't know if any of those are new to you or not. Alex's Boazon. Yeah. A lot of people do like Boazon, I guess. I generally just... it doesn't come to mind. I just... I don't like Boazon personally, so... But I will be honest, I haven't done one in a very long time. You know, it might be one of those situations like... I didn't like it when I did it, so I haven't done one in a long time, but like maybe my opinion would differ now, but let me look at my phone real quick. What is this? Oh, give me one quick second. No. They canceled school for the next 2 days because it's supposed to be cold out. Back in my day, I used to walk to school uphill both ways, barefoot, 2 feet of snow, negative 50 degrees out. Kids these days, am I right? Marty says outside of Sork, no one really does hybrid. Yeah, mostly for quote-unquote hybrid, you can have stuff that has hybrid sources, but there's always one that's way more powerful than the other. Like, we'll say the Wind Druid, you have Hurricane, does cold damage. Oopsie. But yeah, it's mostly just the wind damage, the physical damage. Then you do technically have that cold hitting there, too. But I guess if you do actually do, like, max cold damage on the, you know, Hurricane Druid, you can just throw tornadoes, too. And really, the tornadoes... Or the, yeah, tornadoes can do just as much damage as the max cold damage on the Hurricane, you know what I mean? If you're going to areas that has monsters with large health pools like that. But yeah, you're pretty much correct, yeah. I guess there are some people I've heard they do the hammers, Fist of the Heavens and hammers. But I've never done that as for dual specking stuff, but yeah. Lars said he thinks he got the first few videos from watching my vids. Nice, nice. Appreciate you. Boomer. Don't call me what I am, Marty. Get out of here. No central heating in school. Yeah, they don't have heat in schools in Michigan, so... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... I mean, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there was no such thing as a cold day when we were kids. I'm pretty positive. But... Yeti saying he lived in the boonies, didn't walk to school, but remembers walking to the bus stop in the cold. Yeah, this whole cold days thing, yeah. Teachers want to stay home, yeah. And I was kind of mentioning it earlier. It hasn't snowed enough this year, so they have like 10 or 12 snow days a year that they can use. And if they don't use them, you pretty much just have to go, they have to work more days, the teachers do. So they're like, we need to use these things. Oh well, what you gonna do, huh? Yeah, back in my day, we didn't even have buses. We had to ride to school on chariots. It was ridiculous. Anthony, fluffy NFL jackets. You throw on your starter coat, go wait at the bus stop. Everyone had their quarter zip starter coats on with, you know, whatever sports team was their favorite. I had a Wings one. And then it got too old. I don't remember what order they went in, actually. I had a Wings one and I had a Lions one. Oh! These guys out here drop skillers all the time for some reason. This Rock and Issue pack, they drop Grand Charms all the time. We got another skiller. Oh, yeah. Holy smokes, it's freezing down here now that I am not walking anymore. Just freezing. Yeah. Just like literally 5 seconds. There's a heat vent right here. I'm just going to open it to let the heat down here again. It gets too hot when I'm walking, but then when I sit down, then it gets too cold. No, a Grand Charm Skiller, you can only get +1. I think, yeah, the only charm that has more than one is a torch, right? One plus one of anything. Annie's plus one, skillers are one.
Impossible.
You're impossible. Got a little distracted there for a second. No big deal. Any drops today? Tons of them, Lars. Tons of them earlier. Couple mid runes, high rune. I actually got quite a few things today. Not as some days are pretty slow. Not today. Alex said moved to Virginia back in the day. Had a blizzard and their school was closed for a week. Yeah, if you're in a warmer area, I mean, they pretty much have to like call some of the northern states and be like, "Hey, can you send some snowplows down here? Because we got like 2 feet of snow." Which, I mean, it kind of sort of makes sense. It's also funny though, but it also makes sense. Scott, yo. Welcome in. Another skiller, maybe. Also, maybe not. $308. Don't have to pick the kid up today, so I'll do just a little bit longer, maybe today. It's a little cold in Virginia, say. All right, all right. We got up to 152 likes now today. Where are we at? Man, Corpse Explosion. We'll just end the poll right now. Corpse Explosion, Summon Necro. Killing it. Even more than it was before. So, guess that's what we're doing. Meech Man, thank you for the tier 1 sub. You. Slayer. Appreciate ya. Call up Blizzard to get the horrendous Terror Zone schedule change. Please. Please. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how they implemented Terror Zones on a timed schedule like that. I'm not an expert programmer, so I don't know. Oh, I forgot again. So, yeah, I don't necessarily know what the best possible way to do it would be, but I hate when you can't play when you want to play, you know. George, what is it? It's exactly what it sounds like. You have a summon druid, but you utilize Corpse Explosion. So there's a Bone Hue and Corpse Morn are 2 items that have Corpse Explosion charges on it. I personally use Bone Hue because it's a level 14 Corpse Explosion, so it has a good radius. And plus I want to use Enigma to teleport. So it's essentially just a summon druid, but you get AoE by Corpse Exploding with the charges. It's pretty much the GOAT. Meech saying nothing like running Terrorize Bloodmore and stuff and getting like 12 experience. Yeah. See, I don't mind those early on, but just because they're super easy, like there's just like packs of like 5 Fallens in a champion pack and you can get your first Thunder Charm that way or something. But yeah, I totally get you if you're actually trying to blast levels and you're like, okay, this is cool. You have to run around for like 5 minutes to find another pack because they're so spread out and undense. Tusher saying not too much snow in the EU cities this year. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't really know how the weather goes over there. I thought, see, usually it's similar to Michigan, I think, depending on which country you're in, of course. But like southern Italy wouldn't be like Michigan, but like the southern parts of like the Nordic countries that are like the northern parts of like Poland, Germany, I figured were like Michigan, sorta. Nate, welcome in, my man. Farm stuff to activate Terror Zone, says Alex. Yeah. See, I almost wish that, like, just to kind of give it a use, since it doesn't have one right now. The oh shoot, what is it called? Standard of Heroes. Maybe the Standard of Heroes, you could like. What I was thinking is you could use it and it would terrorize this game. So you wouldn't pick an area for an hour or nothing, but yeah, I know I just had a call I had to answer a second ago, but I got to answer this real quick, so do forgive me. Yo, yeah, sorry, my brother called me and I just, want to make sure it wasn't something super important. Do forgive me. Where was I? What makes a pitch so good? Farming other versus other act dungeons. Well, in Act 1, the monsters are pretty, like, low life, so you can kill them quick. So the pits is an 85 area, meaning, like, this person right here is going to be 2 levels higher than the area, so 87. And all the uniques in the game, the rarest uniques are item level 87, so they can only fall off of those champions. So nowadays there's, of course, terror zones, and every act has a few 85 areas. Another Umrune, jeez, they're popping off today. So yeah, in the pits you can find all kinds of stuff, such as, but really you could find this in a lot of other areas too. But you can find the super rare uniques, but we're always happy about an Umrune. For sure. For sure. Yeah, and pits is easy to find too. That's another great point. I don't have to look around for it. Like, sometimes you'll go out to the Stony Tombs or something, and you're like, where is this place at? Why can't I find it? The pits, you just follow the path back, right? So there's a bunch of little things like that. Weak, low life monsters, 85 area, so the champions, or I always forget if they're called champions or elites or whatever. Whichever one it is, anyways, can drop every item, every unique item in the game. Yeah. Those things. Tusher said, still looking for that Umrune for his Crescent Moon. Just keep plugging away, you'll get one. Whether it's from LK or the Countess can drop them, or maybe you get lucky on a Hellforge, or you'll find one along the way. So I found my second Umrune today, I think. Throw it in the pile of runes to cube up to other things, I suppose. Paris in January, temperature was pretty temperate, says George. Paris, okay, well, I guess that's kind of the area I was thinking, but maybe I could just be off on my latitudes or something. You never know. Figured they would be close to a Michigan weather. Sour Phillips. Sour Phillip. No. Never sour. Tusher, a big fan of Arachnid's Lair. Oof. Yeah, that is an 85 area one, like a newer one, I think, right? So I did not like that area much. But that's just, yeah, it's just a preference thing. Just a preference thing. Runic talents in the pits? I mean, I'm sure they have dropped, yeah. I don't know about good ones with perfect skills on them or something, I guess, but you can definitely find, you can find, like, something like that you can find, like, anywhere, really. I don't think the area is going to matter much for finding some white runic talents. Cold lightning. Blizzard Sorceress can clear the Arachnid's Lair pretty quick. Yeah, kinda. I just didn't like doing it when I did it in the past, so those spiders have a huge amount of poison on them, an annoying amount of poison. I guess when I ran it a few times, it was before Cure was in the game, so maybe if you got a Cure on your mercenary, it wouldn't be as bad. But yeah. Someone told me the other day, I did not confirm it, but I just took what they said as complete fact without verifying, that those spiders have the most poison damage in the entire game out of any monster. I think it was those spiders.
I can't carry anymore.
Gotta ID it. Darn. Gotcha there, Tusher. Yeah, just not my favorite. Maybe it could be one I could revisit here in the future sometime. Since, like I said, it was before Cure, so a minute ago. At minimum a year ago, right? I don't remember exactly when Cure came out, but I think it was maybe like a year ago, right? 2 years ago, I guess. No, it must have been 2 years ago now, because it was before D4, I'm sure. Full of gold already, bruh. And Darryl can put some poison damage down. Yeah. I don't know for sure, and I'm what I would guess too also is because the context of the conversation I was having at the time, they were talking about using monsters as revives and the spiders poison damage, so they might have been referring to like standard monsters, not like act bosses or like Ubers, like the poison damage from Uber Lilith or whatever. So I'm sure they weren't referring to that. They were just meaning monsters that you could revive, you know. Sorry, I just realized for the last 3 hours my phone's been sitting here not plugged in and not charging. And it needed to be. Where do I find the IK set? Can't, the armor? Oof. Well, you can kind of find it from a lot of places, but because I don't think that's even an 87 item. I think it's like an 84 or something. Or 85 or 6 or something. I know you can get it from like Hindle Thresh Socket, easy place to find. I don't know if you can get them from Eldritch and Shank. I know I found tons of them in the pits, the ancient tunnels, stony tombs, Chaos Sanctuary, any of those type of places, but I don't know of one place that's like, this is the best place to find Immortal King's armor. So, yeah, unfortunately, Red Fox, there's not like one place where it's like, run this area and that's statistically the fastest and you'll get one in a day, you know? Nothing like that. Oh, Marty says Act 3 spiders is the longest poison duration in the game. Okay. I trust you. No Grand Charm, bro. Oh, Indishe. Sorry about last night. So you're talking about the Lions game. Yeah, it happens. Obviously disappointing, but at least it was like there was nothing like there wasn't some crazy lucky plays that just bounced the wrong way, or it wasn't like the refs stole the game from us. It was just we got beat. You know, we didn't play good enough. We made too many mistakes. You know, whether it was because, I mean, we put up over 30 points, but they put up, you know, our defense couldn't stop them. Is it because we had 16 people on IR from our defense, or are they just too good, or, you know, like the turnovers were too costly? Combination of those two things. So it just is what it is. So I'm disappointed, but you got to be fine with it when you just play a game, you don't play good enough and you get beat, right? So is what it is. Disappointing, but the main thing is I'm just glad it wasn't like last year's San Francisco game where San Francisco just literally got lucky, or it wasn't like other games in the past where the refs literally stole the game from the Lions in the last like minute or two. So can't complain. Just be a little disappointed is all. $18. No, she can't. Shenanigans, good game. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's no controversy around it. Just like, oof. We didn't expect the Lions to lose to this team. This is pretty much the only controversy. I'm going to be real interested to see what happens in the Philly game. Because Philly doesn't really look like crazy great. Like, Saquon's been running all over everybody, but like they barely squeaked out this last game, I think, right? But like Jalen Hurts is only passing for like 130 yards a game and stuff like that. Like he's not really doing nothing. Like key defensive pieces, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Lions quite literally had their top 16 players on IR, essentially. Not literally top 16, but they had 16 people that would be starting that were on IR. So yes, that means a bunch of starters and then even the backups. So it's like third and fourth choices at those positions is what the defense is. It's like, I don't even know how they do as good as they do, right? Yeah, I had heard that somebody, I forget the name, Jalen, somebody had gotten hurt. Like they're pretty much like they pretty much had like a season-ending injury in that game. Obviously the season's over, so it's, do you still call it a season-ending injury when the season's over? But like they would have been put on IR and done. I didn't hear exactly what it was, but that's a deep roster. Well, it's not even the roster. It's not even the roster. We were signing people off of other teams' practice squads. Like a few of them, they were just like, "Hey, guy on the couch, come in and tackle people." So we did get a couple people. We got a couple like a linebacker back and one of our cornerbacks. But yeah, still a lot going on. But yeah, there is definitely some injury luck in football, so disappointing is what it is. A lot of is what it is going on right now. A lot of is what it is. Tips and tricks for a level 20 Nova Sorceress. Yeah, level 20 Nova Sorceress. I personally don't play Nova that low. I always play usually through the game with Blizzard personally, and that's kind of the way I'd recommend for most people. Play through with Blizzard, and then if there is something immune to cold, you have to get taken out. Telekinesis some against the wall like I was just doing, and let your mercenary take them out. So if you are going to play through at Nova, I mean, it's tough, you know. You pretty much gotta static everything down, static, and then you take it out. I mean, I guess I could say, I mean, I think Llama is like literally in the, like, Mr. Llama, if you know who that is, which I'd assume you would, but he's literally in the middle of doing a series of like videos for like Nova Sorcerer's playthrough, which, like I said, I wouldn't recommend the average person do that, play through that way, but he is doing that right now if you want to see what he's got to say about it. He's, he would pretty much know everything about it, but like I said, I wouldn't. It's like the speedrunner strat, right? But I feel like it's very annoying way to play through the game. Carlos saying, Taylor Swift everywhere on Super Bowl Sunday. Get ready! I mean, I almost hope so. It's the only way I can get my daughter to watch football. So, bring on the Taylor Swift, please. If they just permanently had a Taylor cam, that'd be perfect, to be honest. That'd be the best. And then my daughter would want to watch, and I could maybe get her into football somehow, which would be great. Just great. See, Duck said he did a Nova playthrough. He said it was rough though, skipped a lot of packs, like anything you had to. Yeah, that's what you kind of, all the lightning stuff. Because that's the way, and I haven't watched this series of videos that Llama had been doing. I just kind of seen the title. I clicked on one of them for a second and just skimmed through it for a minute just to kind of see what he was saying, but yeah, the way the speedrunners do it. Valrune, oh! No. The speedrunners, they just mass blast levels in Act 1. And then they teleport through the whole game. So I'm guessing that's, you know, they literally spam levels until like level 24 or something. And then just teleport through the whole game. And they go into the jail of Act 1. So, it's really... Pointing at Frost Nova, Frost Armor, Telekinesis. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely... Utilizing Frost Nova, because that's what you do. You'll blast the one cast of Frost Nova, static everything down, and then when they get down to like almost no health, you flash a couple times with Nova. When you're early on like that, but I just find it's unpleasant to play through the game that way, personally. You really got to be on top of what you're doing to play through that way, it seems. Fire Sword playthrough, it smashed through Nightmare, but then Hell messed you up. Yes, if you can't, Fire's not too bad to play through, yeah. Like you can just go kind of straight through from the start. Kind of down the Fire skill tree, which is totally valid, and I think it's pretty dang good way to go. Maybe even go Fire through. Most of the time, any Fire builds, people will say go right when you get to Act 4 of Nightmare, and then respec into like Blizzard. Is essentially what I would recommend, I guess. For like if I had to give a recommendation to somebody. Hybrid Zon. Ooh. You got it. You're doing a so hybrid like a summon a boa slash summons on. So you're just boosting up your. I'm joking, by the way, but imagine the day. Just pumping points into Valkyrie, and yeah, I don't even know. Don't even know where I'm going with this, but. Yeah, George. I used to do those all the time, but they, the people who liked those collabs really liked them, but they didn't perform very good. Like, I would get half as many views on a video that I would do with other people, or the streams or anything like that I would do with other people. I'd get half as many views, so, you know. But I know, like, some people really like them, right? So. It's hard to put the effort into, you know, scheduling that kind of stuff and making sure I have somebody to watch the, you know, the kid, the younger kid. The older kid's 19. He can watch himself, or he's not here a lot of the time, actually. So, adults, right? They like go do things. It's crazy, but yeah, to watch the younger one so I can set that stuff up. I guess she's old enough now. I can just leave her for hours like I do when I'm streaming, huh? So, but yeah. Tony says, is he the only one that thinks lightning, chain lightning better than Nova? No, people do say that. I disagree. Most definitely, but I mean, people do hop in here and say that all the time. Watching the old faux vid, Gemini was just saying. Nice. Old faux vid, huh? Yeah, I don't know. So like the faux build guide / showcase or whatever you call it. Oh, how long ago I made that? A minute. Approximately a minute ago. Yeah, Nova. More aim, no aim required. True story on that one. Very true story. Yeah, because I mean, even with this build, like, I don't even have a Griffin's on. You know, I put this on to have more magic find. Oopsie. Yeah, I mean, really, chain lightning, you don't have to aim too much either, huh? But I don't know. People say chain lightning's so great. I don't know. It doesn't ever seem to work that great when I use it. I was always just a standard lightning enjoyer, but then you do have to aim it a bunch, which is, oof. The struggle's real. Am I right, fellas? Ray says the chain lightning looks much cooler. Much cooler. Yeah, I get you. I get you. Three hours of streaming. Boy, it is so great being able to walk, though, when you're... Because even right now, I've just been sitting for an hour. If I had been sitting here for 3 straight hours, my back would be bugging me, and I wouldn't want to sit here anymore. I'd be like, oh, man. Legs would be all feeling funky. Great. Have I used chain lightning since self-wheeled infinity? Yeah, yep. Because chain lightning is a synergy for regular lightning, so it's like... Right? I'm not crazy? I'm remembering this correctly? Yeah. Yeah, I have used it. Yeah, I did a... I don't know if it was 2 or 3 seasons ago, I did Lightning Sorceress instead of doing Nova. And obviously I used chain lightning a bit too, but it just doesn't do enough. It doesn't do enough damage. It does like a third less damage or something. Missed a Lemrune? No way. I don't believe it. Hold up. Let me look at this. I don't even believe you guys. It's not possible. Thanks a lot, chat, for typing things in. Here, hold on. Hold up. Where is it at? Is it going to be this one? I'm remembering this correctly? Yeah. Hold up. I want to sit here and... Great. No! Look at me reading chat. Teleporting away. No! Have I used chain lightning since self-wheeled infinity? Yeah. Yep. Unbelievable! The worst thing that could ever happen. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can go on. All right, I'm fine now. Yeah, I was over here reading chat and just not looking enough. Dang it. Unbelievable. Yeah, no, it happens from time to time. At least it wasn't like a Zod or something. Single player Zod runes are in quite demand. I need one for my cruel Thundermaul of quickness or whatever it was. Or cruel Thundermaul of evisceration or whatever I found before. I forget what it was now. Yeah, now I can't upgrade a Viper Magi. True story. I never upgraded Viper Magi anyways. People give me grief about that, but I just don't worry about it. I don't think it really matters too much. Is this one even upgraded? Yes, it is. What shield do I run on Javazon? The last few times I used Javazon, I was rocking Phoenix for the Redemption Aura. I feel like I don't run Javazon very often because I got so burnt out on it. I feel like, I guess I could say burnt out. I don't usually get burnt out on stuff, but like I don't like running cows, and that's what it's like best at. You can do tons of stuff with it. It's not the only thing I'm saying, but it is known as the cow killer. And I don't like running cows, and I run so much Javazon back in like the 109 patch days, and you know, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, usually I probably had a spirit on there, I'm sure. A couple skills and all, you know, everything that comes out in the spirit, of course. But yeah, having that redemption aura is primo. For Four-faceted Monarch, here's another option. Rocking the Phoenix on Switch, yeah, I could see that. Man, who has enough energy to swap to your secondary all the time in a run? Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I guess some people do. For me, that's way too much work. Four-isted Monarch. Okay, stacking up the magic find. I see what you're doing there. Yeah, I'd say probably the most common go-to is probably what they said there, the Spirit with the Phoenix on swap. For like the end game option. I hate swapping gear around, coming over, hitting the swap button, swapping back, waiting for the... I just want the redemption going all the time. I don't even have to think about it. Either that or the four-faceted is probably a pretty common one too. Because people love PVM, love their damage. Especially softcore. Yeah, J-Mod with lightning facets. Ooh, George knows what's up. That's where it's at. Gavel of Pain, yeah. Kind of a neat one, I suppose, but... How much is a Jeweler Monarch worth? I don't know nowadays. I have no idea. I've never had one before, never found one. Oh, Alex, I missed his comment from a minute ago, but he said he came home for lunch. Decided to do a Terror Zone real quick. Dropped the Zod rune. Legendary. Hopefully it was offline single player, because online Zods are not worth much. But offline, then you can make something that you wouldn't be able to make otherwise. It was offline single player. Nice! It's crazy. Tusher saying if he found a J-Mod, he would trade it for better gear. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'd recommend to essentially everybody. I feel like PVM, like player versus monster, out here farming for gear, you don't really care about a J-Mod, but there are definitely people that do. But you could get so much more out of it, especially if you don't have it yet. Like you said, and for a J-Mod, you could probably get an Enigma, and this is like at minimum. You could probably get at least an Enigma and an Infinity and a Call to Arms. Like, minimum. Probably more than that. I mean, to be honest, probably a lot more than that, but, you know, I'm just not 100% sure. Ah, that Zod gave you the finally found all the runes. Nice. J-Mod overrated even in PvP, says Guile. Could be. Yeah, I don't do PvP, but I feel like it's people who just want to use four facets, and then it's like, well, technically, the J-Mod is slightly better than a regular four-socketed Monarch, so that's what we want. And it's super rare, so that makes it expensive. So it gives what? Block rate, block chance. You know, I mean, I don't know. I can't really speak much for the PvP aspect of it, but yeah, for player versus monster, probably don't get hit too often anyways, but I think it's one of those situations of like I said, kind of like how a 45 life skiller is worth like 4 times as much as a 40 to life skiller, where it's like, is it really 4 times better? But it's just because it's perfect, you know. Kind of the same deal, I believe. Like a 4-second Monarch is just, unless it's the first week of ladder, they're free. Hard life points on a J-Mod with facets in it. Maybe I missed something there, George. J-Mods don't really have life on them. I'm forgetting something here. Castle Fear, I think, says he likes using Chain Lightning if it's like P1, but he switches back and forth between the two. Yeah, it's probably the best way to go. Probably the best way to go there. I pretty much agree with you. Jeweler's Monarch of the Whale. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know that I mean, they probably exist. Though I never see that one ever mentioned or anything. Not that it doesn't, I just say I never see it. 35, close. Ooh, probably want to use energy shield, don't I? Probably do, probably do. Real quick, just looking at something. All right. Just glancing around real quick. Almost 4 o'clock. Maybell got its spirit off the ground in a free loot game. Nice. Yeah, after the first couple weeks of ladder, they're not really expensive or anything really. But yeah. Gothic bow, roll good for me. 404 enhanced damage. No. Get that rare roll on there, that crazy roll. Oh, Race just got some Drax. I assume you were looking for them. Congratulations. Yeah, that's one that's pretty clutch to get. For them smiters for doing Ubers, right? Pretty clutch. You go down already. Taking so long.
I need a key.
Do I ever shop those 320 go? You said 330, but you mean 320, I'm sure. I don't. But I don't use those builds, and I just don't want to shop, and yeah. So nothing wrong with it. I just don't do it personally. Tusher said too little stash space to hold on to stuff. Yeah, it can really. I mean, it's way better than it used to be. But yeah, I get you. So I think I'm going to call that a day. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours and 15 minutes. That's a long stream for Phil. Am I right? But thank you guys so much for joining me. Got to give a huge shout out to those supporting the channel. Fear Production, Meech. Appreciate you there over on Twitch. We got John with a $10 super chat earlier. Ed, $2 super chat. George with 12 months. Alex gifting 5 Slayierships. Alex K and Kermit came in 27 months of legendary Slayership earlier. All y'all legends, the channel members, the Twitch subs, all you guys becoming the different supporters of the channel really does make it possible for me to keep streaming and making YouTube videos and content on this channel. So I thank you guys. Thank all you legends so much. But with that being said, hopping off. I'll have to decide what to make for dinner. Get something out of the freezer. We'll figure it out, though. Maybe we'll do breakfast for dinner. Get some bacon out. I don't know. But yeah, peace out, fellas. I want you to remember, though, don't forget this. Keep slaying. Bye-bye. See ya.